Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good time, having a great day, and yeah, the first 2 weeks of the CDL is finally concluded and we're going on to the 3 week break that the CDL likes to do during the Christmas and New Year's period. And yeah, we kinda got a first good glimpse of the CDL teams in action and we kind of got an idea of how good they are and who's at the top right now. Obviously Optic is looking like the best team and the team to beat right now, but it's still very early and yeah, who knows? Obviously, Optic when are continuing their success from champs in EWC last year, but yeah, so who knows, right? Like the league, there's still a lot to play. But I think looking at these last 2 weekends and also going into the season with the team, I think that had the most expectations and the most upside was probably LAT. I mean, when you form a roster with you already have Scrap and Hydra, and then you add a BZ and even Kenny on top of that, then I think that team is going to have a lot of expectations, and especially with Kenny himself coming off the season that he just did with Optic, and everyone's saying, oh, like point 0.3 Kenny, whatever, this and that. So I think a lot of people had high hopes for this team, and they have to deliver really quickly and really early on. And if they don't, people are going to start raising questions. And that's kind of the main purpose why I'm making this video, because the people have already started to make questions on this team with the Thieves. They started the season 2-1, and yeah, they had a good result against FaZe on the opening day. Then they played Riyadh. I mean, Falcons is not many people have high expectations on that team, and they did what they were supposed to do with them. But then we go to the big series, the one against Gentlemates, where they get 3-0'd, and it wasn't just it wasn't just like a close 3-0. All the maps were close. I mean, it was a pretty dominant result by Gentlemates, especially the last overload. We have Scrap who just left his controller, left the monitor with like 30 seconds left to play in the game. So that can kind of show you how the the series was going for those boys. And I think it's pretty interesting because on that Gentlemates team, we all know they got Ghosty, and they definitely got they got Envoy as well. And these are two guys that the Thieves had last year. They played pretty well for them. I think everyone can admit that even if they don't have the highest KDs or whatnot, they did what they were supposed to do on that team, and I think they did it the best out of anyone in the league. They were the best two objective players in the league last year, and Thieves decided to drop them for Abizi and Kenny, and that was very. I think not many people had questions about the Abizi. I mean, it's Abizi, two-time world champ. We all saw what he's done with Simp over the years. I think teaming him with Hydra was kind of a no-brainer. No matter how good Envoy was going to be, I think you'd take that risk with a BZ. I think he's got the benefit of the doubt of the community, and yeah, he has a very very high ceiling and not a super low floor with him. So I think that was a no-brainer. But the big one, the big decision comes with Kenny, and I think with that decision, I personally thought it was still a fine decision. I mean, Kenny's Kenny. He did have a poor stint on Optic last year, but I think despite that, he still had a lot that he could bring to this team. And yeah, but I mean, with that stint on Optic, I think this raised the expectations and raised what people expected of this team. And I think we're seeing kind of the pressure that is on this team right now because with this result, you already see people online saying to drop Kenny in that he has no place on this team, especially with Ghosty going crazy the way he is right now. He's looking like maybe behind Mercury's the second best player in the league. Who knows? I think with that in mind, people are already calling for Kenny's head, and it's kind of crazy because I mean Kenny went from one of the most respected players in the league. Everyone wanted his team when he joined Optic those 2 years ago before Modern Warfare 3. People were like really happy, and everyone thought he was going to bring the culture and discipline to the team, which he did, and he did do his job. They literally won champs that year, but this one stint on BO6 kind of screwed his stock, at least with the more general audience and the more casual fans. I mean, I think the pros and people who actually watch the game still give Kenny the benefit of the doubt and still believe in his play. But yeah, it's no doubt that people are not happy with the way he's been playing the game and his performances. And I mean, just looking at LAT, I mean, they stand obviously at 2-1. They have a 5-5 map count. That was because of the 3-0 they just got against Gentlemates, which is not good. And I mean, if you look at the series they lose, like it's not. I don't think it's just Kenny. I mean, I think if you think it's solely Kenny and replacing him is gonna fix the problems, I think that's brain dead, to be honest. I mean, I think when you lose the way they did against Gentlemates and just in the series they played, like it's on everyone. And I mean, looking specifically at that Gentlemates series, Kenny obviously has a 0.56, but I mean, look at Hydra, look at Abizi, both of them with a point 0.7. You do not expect that from your SMG duo. And I mean, obviously, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes or how they're playing, but I don't think it's just Kenny. I think this is a whole team dynamic thing, and we've also seen this with Kenny's teams in the past. They might not be at their peak at the beginning, but they usually hit their peak near the end when it really matters. So hopefully, for the sake of LAT fans, that they turn it around and reach the expectations that are on their shoulders. But the interesting thing right now is this: if you keep up with the challenger scene, this boy Luca, and I mean I've never heard of him until literally Takrab made a video basically about him the other day. But this boy Luca is frying in challengers, and I mean Aches had a clip saying to Scrap literally to his face that they need to that Kenny's gonna be fine and they need to pick up this boy Luca. And I mean it's interesting because Tak Rap said this too. Before Mercules, I don't think anyone would have considered this as even an option. But after Optic did what they did, picking up Mercules, I mean, people are always gonna be looking for that next player. So I mean, Aluka, if he really is him, LAT do need to consider it. I mean, I personally think they gotta at least give this team two majors. I think two majors, definitely one. And depending on how the first one goes, you gotta give it a second one. But if it's really not looking good, then they might pull the trigger. But I mean, at that point, it might be too late because I think other teams in the league should be looking at this boy too, and they definitely need to pick him up. So it's going to be interesting. I think just overall, Thieves, they do have the highest expectations in the league right now based on the decisions they made, based on how Ghosty and Envoy are playing, and based on just Kenny himself and what people think of him. So I mean, personally, I think they're going to turn it around. Like they'll be one of the top teams. I'll be surprised if they keep this team together. If they don't win an event this year, I would be surprised. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how LAT do, right? So I mean, if you guys watch the CDL, give me your thoughts in the comments and yeah, what you guys think of LAT and if you think they should drop Kenny. I mean, there's people who think that. So yeah, give me your thoughts and yeah, take care.